Welcome everyone. Today's presentation will introduce you to a tutorial on book cover design for physical books. This is a short guide on how to correctly size and create your first book cover, the software required to do it, and common elements found on book covers. For continuity's sake, full wrap cover design will be called cover design when discussing physical books in this video. This is because the cover design includes the back, spine, and front of the book. Book cover design does not have to be a difficult or unpleasant experience. However, it will require you to do a little bit of research and work to create one. To get started with the project, you will need a good understanding of the genre for which you are writing and the types of fonts that fit it, your book title, summary information, and a cover image. This tutorial is designed to be used after your book has been written, edited, and formatted as a trade paperback that is size 6 wide by 9 height. Once you get the hang of these tools, you'll be able to use them later on for other formats. Please have the following ready to participate: internet access, a working email address able to accept messages with attachments, the bookout.com template builder, cover art with a minimum pixel size of 2560 by 1600, Microsoft Paint, and Microsoft Publisher or Microsoft Word. If you need to edit your cover image, you may need to use Microsoft Paint or another picture editing service. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using Microsoft Paint and Publisher. I prefer Publisher because there are additional image and design features available to you, but if you have Microsoft Word, it'll work as well. Bookout.com provides free resources to help you build a book cover. If you have an International Standard Book Number, or ISBN, but don't have a barcode, they have tools to help you create and attach a new one. This can be handy if you plan on changing or updating your book cover, either as a new edition or with new cover art. Alternatively, if you plan to use an artist or graphic designer to create your book cover, the Bookout template generator can be used to give them the exact sizes of your book cover so it can be created correctly. Let's go through the initial steps to get started. Open up your preferred internet browser and do a Google search for Bookout. When the page loads, either click on the link for bookout.com or locate the bookout.com/resources page. Scroll down to the bottom of the page until you get to the cover template generator. Fill in the required information such as page width, height, page count, and color of your pages. If you don't have an ISBN, leave the space blank. Amazon, Drafted Digital, and other digital publishing services will issue one during the publishing process. Just pay attention to where the barcode sits to avoid having it cover your image. The field marked price can also be left blank. It will be included with your ISBN through the publisher. Add your email at the bottom and confirm to have the finished template sent to your email. If you're uncomfortable about the service, you can unsubscribe afterwards. Remember, this process will help to set up the right size and position of the various elements that will be added to your book cover. You will receive two formats in your email. Open the PNG file to look at the information provided. First, you can see the page layout size. This includes the back, spine, front, and bleed sections of the cover template. The bleed section is the red outline where your image will eventually be trimmed to fit the full wrap cover during the production process. It is important to pay attention to the bleed section as it will cut into any image that falls into the red outline when thinking about your design. The trim edge is the dotted line that shows the exact measurement of the book cover area. In the red area, avoid placing objects and book elements as they could be distorted during the publishing process. Because the book I used in the example had a page count of 300, the spine width was measured at 0.75 inches and is added to the overall width of the cover. The final page layout size in the template will be 13 inches wide by 9.25 inches in height. The PNG template is useful as it can be used as a temporary background after you have created your page layout to place your title, name, summary, and other important information. There are two different kinds of book cover templates for physical book formats. The first example is a full wrap illustration, which is depicted to the right. It covers the back, spine, and front of the book from left to right. This makes it tricky to find artwork or an illustration that fits. The second kind of book cover is a sectional cover that is pieced together. You or an illustrator can fill in each section with the appropriate elements to fit in the required cover size. Additionally, if your publishing company requires individual images to be submitted for each section, this can be helpful. This is an example of a book with two parts. The cover stretches to include the spine and front of the original design, along with a separate back design. There is no right or wrong way to create a cover during this process. Next, let me show you how to use your bookout template in Microsoft Publisher. Locate the bookout template and right-click the PNG file to edit. As soon as you do, the file will open in Paint. Resize the image by going to the View tab and clicking the Zoom Out button twice. This will help you to see what you are doing. Go back to the Home tab and find the Select All image. Left-click on the drop-down arrow below and click on Select All. Right-click on the image and click Copy. Then minimize the page using the Dash key on the top right. Next, go to your Start menu or desktop to locate and open Microsoft Publisher. Once the Publisher template page loads, find and click on More blank page sizes. Under Custom, find and click on Create a new page size. In the pop-up window, you will need to make some changes. Change the width to 13 inches, height to 9.25 inches, and set your margins to none. As soon as you're done, click on OK. Make sure the new page template is highlighted before clicking Create on the right. Once the page loads, you can right-click in the center of the page and left-click on the paste icon. And finally, fit the image with the page. Now you have a working guide to place your selected design elements such as title, author, spine information, and summary. You can delete the template after everything has been placed. Besides the cover image, fonts are one of the most important elements to pay attention to when designing a book cover. Fonts have a tendency to fall into specific genre and writing styles and are important to attracting readers. I like to use online resources like fontgenerator.com or DIYbookcovers.com for inspiration on what kinds of fonts to use. However, make sure to get permission to use fonts before you add them to your book cover. Additionally, if you need help with cover artwork, look to local design studios or Fiverr.com for inspiration and ideas on how the process works. This is an example of a basic finished book cover with all of the elements shown. Thank you for joining me and look forward to more videos by Yuma County Library staff.